the globalization of the supply chain introduced tremendous complexity. So we need new talents, we need new ways of handling a supply chain with multiple centers of excellence, with the new markets emerging, with the new capabilities emerging in different economies. How can we make use of the multiple pockets of excellence to combine them together so that you construct the best supply chain for you? We have identified increasingly the need to understand the trade agreement issues that perhaps could separate countries, the importance of not just looking at it at a country level, but that inside the country there are multiple clusters, regions that may be different. They may have different needs and they may have different capabilities. And the fact that we are not just looking at a pure product-based supply chain, but the importance of the service components potentially may have bigger values than the product itself for many, many industries. And so how do you manage the service side of the supply chain? The research projects will require us to first look at the whole supply chain, not just from the perspective of a policymakers. It requires us to look at the whole supply chain research from both the perspective of the government, policymakers, from the companies that are manufacturing, and also from the user. Because the users, the customers, are the ones that create needs, and you have to identify their needs and what kind of needs in the form of products and what kind of needs in the form of service. So we definitely need to conduct the research from multiple perspectives. We also have talked about the humanitarian needs, the people in poverty, their needs, the food supply. So which means that we also have to take the perspectives of the people who are receiving aid, the people who are helping the poor countries, the NGOs. So it really means that we have to take a multiple stakeholders approach to conduct the research. The discussions of the panels were very helpful because the panelists were chosen to have different expertise and different experiences. And so these multiple viewpoints, some of us do not agree on everything, but that adds to the discussions. And I think also the participants, because this is a very special audience, this audience that represents the kind of the people who are interested in the supply chain, but they also have tremendous experience and knowledge about the supply chain. So the kind of questions that came up also themselves provide new perspectives and additional insights into how we can manage the global supply chain better.